It's not the same with Zelooperz. Like, he switches and stumbles, goes into these high-pitched vocal-like chords, and then brings it back down, but then the beat comes back in, and he's right back in pocket, and it really doesn't make any sense. And it's just once in a lifetime, one of a kind. Hi, my name is Garrett. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Today we are talking about Zelooperz, Valley of Life. Zelooperz is somebody who I've definitely went over 1,000 times on this channel. Can't scream it from the rooftops enough. Zelooperz is the most interesting out of Detroit, even with this budding scene that we're seeing with like the scam rap and all the other accoutrements that go with it. Zelooperz still day in, day out shows to be the most creative, the most interesting as far as my front goes. He's also a brilliant painter. You can look up Mazel Offline, the name of his last mixtape, and that is where you're going to find some of the most beautiful, interesting, creative paintings, pieces of art, like physical art, and that's where his like whole artistic vision comes into play, especially when you look at his album covers across the past few releases. They're all hand painted by him. His truly, he's just so good, man. He's just so goddamn good. I believe he's related, if not, was a part of the Bruiser Brigade with Danny Brown. Big fan of Danny Brown, so that's how I found him back in the day. But there's something just so goddamn pure about Mr. Zelooperz, and I think what we're about to get into is a wonderful album. I don't think he's really non-stop put out nothing but bangers since 2019 when he went on that crazy run with those 2 albums, Wildcard and Dynamite. And this year he's on like a 3-album run with Gremlin, Mazel Offline, and now here we are with his 3rd release in a very short amount of time, and that is The Valley of Life. I'm not really sure what we're about to get into. I know it's a Zelooperz album. I know I'm gonna probably love it. I know it's about to get crazy, but I have not heard any singles, I don't believe, off of this project, which is kind of unusual considering the fact that that's something that I almost always do, is just immediately when Zelooperz drops something, I'm in there, I'm checking it out. So there may be a couple songs that I have heard, but I haven't been paying attention as much as I usually do. So that makes it more exciting in a lot of ways. So if you are tuning in live, I am live streaming this. Thank you so much. If you check this out on the VOD, this will be edited and uploaded probably the following day. Thank you so much for checking it out as well. If you are not subscribed, I hope today is the day that I do earn your subscription. If you don't like this video, go ahead and dislike it. If you do like it, like it. Let me know in the comment section below. What did you think of The Valley of Life? And without further ado, I think now is the time where we just jump into it, right on into it. I couldn't find a stream on the YouTube side of things, so we are going off of the iTunes wonderful, you know, the backbone of music, if you will. It's not really even called iTunes anymore. It's probably more of like an Apple Music thing. But Zelooperz, Valley of Life, track number 1. This is Fried. Let's jump into it. Quiet. Hold on, let me see what I can do. Oh, that's why. Baby girl too hot to sit me down. Valley too high, fried egg on the ground. In the cook can't be no pick me up. Asking God, can you put me down? 10 minutes later, can you pick me up? Sun like a straight on how they set me around. How I got around, they ain't give me much. Kiss me at the guy like some food on the ground. Couldn't hit me up, got too much hot. 10 million eyes just to get to your town. Young nigga used to sell cussed up Molly Rock. Now I'm spread the tooth in town. You can see it through the hole in the tooth side. I say it once, I don't wanna be around. I'm selling pains and he world renowned. Gotta leave home, I don't wanna be around. Got everybody high, fried egg on their frowns. Niggas so high, fried egg on their frown. Block too high, fried egg on the ground. Got these niggas high, fried egg. Block too hot, fried egg on the ground. Jazzy as fuck. So with that, we find ourselves with track number 1. That was Fried. That was a jazzy intro. And the thing about the last release with Mazel Offline, really highlighted the fact that we are finding Zelooperz sing a lot more. He's getting a lot more melodic. The songs are feeling more like synthy and jazzy, whereas like if you go back to his previous albums, all the way back from like 2014 with Help or even Bothic, I bring this up all the time when I review this guy's current music. It's like, it's such a turn of events when you switch into this style of Zelooperz, and the fact that he's so comfortable to just lead his album with this like very short but sweet but soothing track is something that I respect, because we already know that Zelooperz could go crazy and everybody would go crazy with him. But it's like there's this level of integrity and artistry that he's like maintaining at such a good level. And the past releases just continuously prove to just be wonderful projects. And if that is the first track on this one, Valley of Life, I think we're in for a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in live if you're here. Track number 2, this is Arugula. Let's go.
Money coming from the itch. Green spitting out the MTA. It be coming out arugula. White house screaming at the stage like it's tubular. Turn on my J's to clientele cause I'm exuberant. If you told me that I need a scale, I don't know who I am. Eating mushrooms on the block with my killer can. Too tall to stand in this bitch, he broke the ceiling fan. Ain't think about the tab, baby, who mad? Get to some paper with your cool ass. If I had to spray the chop, you gon' loosen up. Ain't thinking about the shit you thinking about, you ain't used to us. What you talking about? Big eye pound and iron it out. Bitch don't know my name, you better call me king or just sound it out. I'ma pass out pain to everybody that come around this roundabout. And if I don't know your budget today, you best believe I'ma find it out. Got a pretty little bitch that chiming in, got an ugly little hoe that's chiming out. I be looking so good, I forgot what that sound about.
Hold on. We gotta rewind. Pay attention to how this guy just bounces with the beat. Like it's effortless. It just feels so effortless. But again, when you have the context of all the music that Zelooperz can make, and then you find something like this, and it's still just so well done, it's one of those things where you just have to hit pause and just be like, guys, it's easy to miss and not appreciate, but there's something about his ability to just ride any beat like a fucking pro. And again, just the artistry, the leaps that this guy has been making over the years is just some of the most fun shit to watch. Please go back and listen to any of his past albums from the past 2 years, and they're some of the most interesting just projects. I love projects, and Wild Card is seriously one of my favorite albums of 2019, and it's because it tells this story so perfectly well about a guy who's finding his true artistry and like tapping it in. And ever since that release, man, Zelooperz just got pumped with like, I don't even know, like the same shit that Wolverine got pumped with, you know what I mean? Some adamantium, and he's just going hard, bro. Going hard. Don't underappreciate it. Don't sleep. Zelooperz, bro. Arugula.
Thought a nigga left, but now I just went to the liquor store. Thought she getting a name, how pass that hoe a Corona though. You supposed to do this for me, how slow you roll. Acting like you know something about me, bitch, you ain't been here before. Bitches broke down bad, had to go and reassemble a hoe. Got my toolbox, I'ma go ahead, tinker hoe. E40 and his baby sister had to sprinkle on her. And she said she loved all my songs, I hit my jingles on her. Every time I do what I love, I get butterflies. Feeling like Frankenstein, lightning bolt that made me come alive. Pull up, baby girl, we about to go to work. Go, girl, it's your world, but you better show your worth. My niggas got style for days, you know we been berserk. They been got on the product shades off a Brandon shirt. Bill $900 in here, we ain't get dessert. Ain't even add the tip on there, but it was worth it. Break a bitch back, she reimbursing. Keen like he's All you versus Cursey.
It's so good, bro.
Ain't shit cute. Being bro. Angel, baby girl, ain't shit cute.
Oh shit, bro. I always catch myself cracking up during this guy's flow sometimes, because for most people, when it sounds like you've lost the flow, it's not the same with Zelooperz. Like, he switches and stumbles, goes into these high-pitched vocal-like chords, and then just brings it back down, but then the beat comes back in, and he's right back in pocket, and it really doesn't make any sense. And it's just once in a lifetime, one of a kind. There's a lot of people who try to make it like this. Like Tisa Korean's another guy who's also in that pocket where it's like he goes in these weird tangents, but with Zelooperz, it's almost like he just opens up a book at the front of the auditorium and he just starts flowing this fucking like sermon to people, and it's so fucking good, man. One of a kind. No one's like him. Zelooperz, bruh. Track number 3. This is Valley of Life. Track number 3 is McDonald's.
I got something to tell you. Black man look good too. Do a bitch shake like Beetlejuice. Bye 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 bye. I say everybody McDonald's. Can't get on that nigga level. That's beyond you. That nigga can't breathe. Nigga use some oxygen.
Shitting on like raisin prune juice. Corner room, let the corn loose. Pop tops, let the latch off like a moon roof. Tried to go the latch key, but peace kept coming through. I was under 13 when I found the bitches in the roof. Keep my name out your mouth like peanut butter, it's stuck to the roof.
Don't gruesome, I'm gargantuous. Send them back to Jerusalem.
Can't breathe, lungs having a pack attack. We too strong, had to pass it back like he on the football field. The song passing out packs, getting bread, but I ain't talking about hood or piece of hood. I wanna ask this bitch ethnicity, cause I know she's a mud. If you walking past the bodies, you already know I'm the one that piled them up. Telepath, telekinesis, use my eyes to live the mood. This bitch then came 4 times, I'm like, is you done or what? She like, I don't know. Baby, let's see some. Pussy wet like a sea, I'll get the fuck. Fucking that bitch, she like this like a C-section. Ass so fat on me, that bitch get the bustin' back, it's gon' teach me a lesson. Change keep talking to this bitch, I'm like, damn boy, can you please keep quiet for a second? They neck me on reckless, I reckon this beach each and every second. Heave, ho, pushing weight. Can't get too heavy, it's gay, cause I got on some alligator. Yesterday I was eating chicken, but I'm a vegan today. I'ma hit up Crossroads after I hit Westwood and grab some cookies. My mama told me I'ma get hernia from lifting all this weight. Hold up, who better than me? Bitch, it's no debate. I've been making plays, even before we was shooting on crates. They was giving out free cake, I was at the door like, boy, why is you late?
Like, what? Like, that's the type of song you play in an alleyway, dark as fuck at night, just to feel something, bro. Just to feel something. Like, come on. Coming from all angles, man. You gotta respect it. Zelooperz, man, again, he's one of a kind, and it's not for everybody, and it's not going to be, but it's so refreshing to see him almost like, again, have so much integrity to the music that he wants to make, and have so much integrity to the artistry that he is developing and professionalizing, and just getting so goddamn comfortable into, where he's just turning out these projects. Like, I think this was just dropped surprisingly on Bandcamp like a week ago, and it just randomly dropped on a Sunday on streaming. Like, nobody's dropping on a Sunday except for Zelooperz, but that's what makes him special. And this is a Sunday project, man. McDonald's is a Sunday song. Play that every Sunday, guaranteed. Track number 4, we got World to You.
What mean the world to you? Cause money don't mean the world to me. Yeah, girls, I've seen a few, but tell me which one the one for me. Girl, what's your attributes? Cause I don't think that ass gon' do for me. You ain't smart, but you cute. I don't think that you the one for me. Let me go and run it up. I need the Sonny, I'm signed up. I think I heard something. You gave me your heart, but I fumbled something. What mean the world to you?
cause you got diamonds and pearls too. What mean the world to you, cause you got in love too. I won't that move for nothing. Baby girl, why don't you live for something? All I see is rest, but envision the Wonder Woman. Why you do all that? Think it's bringing you paper and you on to something. Think you doing good, but all money ain't good money. Bitch look like a bent flower. I'ma go on and hydrate you. I can't get all these hoes my power if they ain't about Nathan. She say I look like Michael Lowry. That boy bad, baby. Putting Lowry's all on my fries. I grew up a black baby. Looking at the red in my eyes. Like damn, why ain't that shady? Playing with the paper, don't be surprised. I get you castrated. Booty get to jiggling on me. That's tantalizing, baby. Every week trip pains in the teens. Yeah, I'm going that crazy. I ain't talking Nickelodeon, but I'm kind of flying. Big get on my last nerves, I'ma give her a piece of mind. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Act like that was your life. I get to soaking up game in this bitch like it was a bag of rice. I'm a ball till I fall like I've been on a half a life. If I ever lose my job, they gon' employ me in the afterlife. All I ever did was prove my point, you ain't never getting half the stripes. That ain't Adidas, baby boy, what your label say? Can't listen to your raps, can't relay what your fables say. Lace the heels with the canvas, my day to day. Before I even got out of bed, I done made a play. I brought my numbers to the game, but I ain't come to play.
That beat sounded like some little House on the Prairie ass shit, like just some silent film score, and the way it like flurries around, but the bass or the drums would just kick in at the right time. But Zelooperz, man, Zelooperz, again, like it's not for everybody. There's a lot of people who look at this and be like, this guy can't rap, but this guy can rap better than a lot of people, because what it comes down to is he makes hip hop that sounds old with a flair and a vocal performance that sounds new. But it really, when it all gets spliced together, it's in this package that's so unique and just bleeding with creativity. And even when it's something so traditional to hip hop as taking a sample and letting it loop on a beat like that, it's impressive when you see him take creative choices that aren't traditional, even on beats that do feel traditional. Like he's still taking these leaps and taking these choices and making these moves with his music when he necessarily doesn't have to. And it would almost be more marketable if he didn't. And there's a lot of tracks that do find Zelooperz with a traditional hook chorus or hook verse, you know what I mean? And that solid structure that we find. But he seems to just ride these 1.5 to 3 minute beats and just create in a pocket that he's very, very much just kind of, it's kind of like painting sometimes, it feels like, where he's just throwing the paint around and just seeing what sticks, and then boom, the canvas is the finished product. And that's how we get songs like McDonald's, where it felt very choppy at points, and I loved it, but in some cases it can be off-putting. But the fact that he can just do it and have these like very, very, it's like a free verse poem just coming to life with a fucking instrumental in the background. And that's some shit, man. That's some shit. Track number 5. This is Foosball.
Foosball, I don't need kick game, bitch. I kick catastrophes, move my chest piece. Now a nigga mad at me. Actually, on my fingertips cost 200 racks a piece. The one that rose from the dead, like Lazarus. That ain't your nigga. He got bread, you can't have a piece. A virus all in your head, like you Mackie feet. No data he crazy, she off the bricky piece. Black and beautiful 50 shit, I don't wanna see no Vicky Seeks. Niggas ham knock pomegranate at your hand, make you count the seeds. I don't think you got the right juke to amount to me. These niggas got melodies, all they do is la la la. I push the paint with a pedigree cause I was selling fries. No, they can't get the best of me, but they showed and tried. Acting while they did kinda, you gotta eat your lies. Baby got cuff on her, like she got something to hide. I ain't want nuts on her, from the psych water I hide. Get to taking too much shit, now my eyes spin like 4G eyes. I don't think no correlation with your paper, I don't think we can coincide. What you spend all the time for? I'ma have to rewind for. hoes. Baby, give me your mind, though. I ain't even tryna come inside. Getting high, tryna levitate. I'm waiting for my ride.
That was track number 5, Foosball. Really short track, if we're being honest. Only 1 minute and 18 seconds. And the drum kit sounded like, as the guy was drumming, they were just pulling pieces of his drum set away. It just sounded very, like, discombobulated, like the drummer was just working with the few drum pieces that he had. And then that la, 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 la sample in the background, that was the most, like, concise that we may hear Zelooperz. The most traditional we may hear Zelooperz on this album. But his ability to make it short, sweet, and powerful and meaningful is also coming back to just how comfortable this man is. He comes in, he sets a standard, he sets a point, he gets out. Like, whether it's a minute, whether it's 3 minutes, he, again, is just throwing this paint around and painting the picture that he wants to. And you got to respect it, whether it's your shit or not. Like, you have to respect that. Track number 6, this is Low Tide.
In the kitchen, I slip shoes, ain't no slipping on my pippin'. If you talking out the side of your neck, I won't listen. Can I get some money with you? Can I fuck you? Is we kissing? She like to roll with me cause I'm giving out free wisdom. You want 5 stars, then there's nothing nice to say. The way you piping up, it made me hide my face. Gave you benefit of the doubt, but you threw it away. The way you show me your true colors is like 2 to the face. Tell me how I can see when your Hollywood lights is blinding me. I know you on the grind, girl. You ain't gotta lie to me. Been ballin' a short time, girl. In the hood we was finding me. So I know the hardships you go through, and I ain't tryna sound sweet.
Let's come by the dozen, look, come dime a dozen.
Now you got agitated.
I love that voice. He doesn't use it very often, but it just sounds like it's coming from deep in his chest. And it's great, bro.
Gonna make me fuck around and fuck it.
Cause put a plan and dip this together, baby, let's combine something.
Told you if you keep running back to them same niggas, you ain't gonna find nothing. I'm off the wall and in some closet, baby girl, I'm bust. I can throw a party all by myself, baby, I'm someone. Know you want a piece of the pie, but baby, stop crumbling. I ain't really tryna get between your thighs, I'm tryna count some money. Sipping on the cup again, baby, deep, something like submarine. Always hanging up with twins, I don't fuck with them, they gon' fuck with me. Don't care what division you in, what sub you in, you can't substitute for me. Can't stop squeezing the piece to my family, be living comfortably. Ain't seen nothing in this in your lifetime, I know you wanna fuck with me. We be out that Aki, you be out the Bubba Spark Bubba weed. Bring a candy cane out for the little bitch, cause you wanna stunt with me. What's up with you? What's up with me?
I like Low Tide. Low Tide, Foosball to Low Tide, that's a cool little track run right there. Oh, I just totally went to an ambiguous screen. The black screen of death, my bad. But yeah, Low Tide, Foosball, that's a good track pairing right there. I'm liking the levels to this album. Like, there's so many different layers. Like, you'll get into it and you're like, oh, this is wild. But then he comes back with these like R&B ballads that are a lot more, again, traditional hip hop that remind you of like the older styles. But his vocal performance is so ahead of its time that people are gonna start sounding like this all over the place, and they already are. And it's sad because I hope to God Zelooperz gets the credit for just being that motherfucker who made the most wild shit his whole career, but stayed true to himself. And that's something that most people can't do, and that's, again, kind of the beneficiaries of staying independent. You know, for better or for worse, at least you can make what you want and put out a fucking project on a Sunday. Be more like Zelooperz. We need them. Protect them at all costs. Track number 7, we got Spicy.
From a city where these hoes feeling tired, where I get the money with the brush, that's a tile. Spin it all back, come back, yeah, I'm maniacal. What a nigga doing over there? Hell if I know. Bad little bit, look good, hope you sound good, hope you feel good, ain't gay, so you just sound good. Give a good game, but just got a line up. Talking about you need me, baby girl, better sign up. Give a bitch bitch together, no roll, no your honor. Beat it from the back, she get wet like it aqua. Thought I was sleep, but I think I ain't high enough. That's a lot of Rexy bombs, baby, Beyonce survivor. I got one, I'm happy. Came through crispy, Vivi hair nappy. Playing like a pappy, came through in light. Bitches thought they had me, shipping like a Viking. Mr. Cooper Bradley. Passed out 2.5 minutes, lost my styrofoam. $250 and I was fucking gone. I sell out that kills, that's that gallery. Smoking on the short bus machine, that's what shattered me. Eating child with the boy, belly hoe, she cappuccino. Baby girl, but act employed. I might feed Joe at Doritos. I tell Tarzan, no tangy, I'm in a canopy. I can't roll with them niggas if they gon' bleed. I can't.
Like lyrically, bro. Lyrically, that just shit on so many people. Like he's doing a very traditional flow. I feel like we hear this a lot in hip hop. I feel like Drake's even used this flow, but him doing it just shows that like, hey, I could pull this out of my pocket at any point. But it's far more interesting and far more true to myself to not just stay in that same lane and not just sound like everybody else. And even when he is doing a flow that is familiar and that we can hear from a lot of even mainstream songs, again, his vocal performance is so fucking dope that it stands apart and it reinvents the wheel. 100%.
Fuck on that bitch if she can't read. I be scoping the whole scene out like damn you ain't peep. I be getting the whole packs out like damn you can't see. Had to split and block again, that just protocol. No heat in the crib, just long johns and overalls. Like no 2 heats in the crib, busting all of y'all. Put BDBs on a nigga neck like it's Mardi Gras. Bitches eager beavers, trying to knock it off. Big chunky chain, I got thought off. Big ass chunky chain, chips ahoy, that's a hula hoop. Peeled off on a bitch like I'm riding in a Subaru. Talking to myself high, nah bitch I'm through the roof. Looking at the mirror like damn playboy, who is you? Standing high on that nigga like I'm your alter ego. Looking at the dash, that bitch on Infinity. How far can we go? Black Diamonds briefcase, came through with a bankroll with a keepsake. Bad bitch, ass fat, I wonder how much she weigh. Smoking on that gas, that BP berry pie, just abbreviate. She gon' come through tiptoeing just to tell it. I ain't musty, but I know you smell me. Smoking on that dope with my OGs like relics. If bro let me smell it, he gon' sell it. Bitch think he a musician, did you take it with you or you mailed it? I don't do the most, little hoe, I am the most. I don't fuck on any kind of hoes, he ain't acting right, it's vominos. Like a mallet or a galaxy.
Nah, we're rewinding that. That was fire.
On that gas, that BP berry pie, just abbreviate. She gon' come through tiptoeing just to tell it. I ain't musty, but I know you smell me. Smoking on that dope with my OGs like relics. If bro let me smell it, he gon' sell it. Bitch think he a musician, did you take it with you or you mailed it? I don't do the most, little hoe, I am the most. I don't fuck on any kind of hoes, he ain't acting right, it's vominos. Like a mallet or a galaxy, I don't take shit from no punks, get a DDT in the pedigree.
So if you sent that beat to another rapper, that would become a very traditional strip club song, or at least would have the potential to. If you played that in a strip club, I feel like after a certain point, people would be confused. But I'm disappointed that that's the world that we live in, because I would go to strip clubs more often if I was told that the hard-hitting, bass-hitting Zelooperz songs were playing in the club, bro. Like, I that would entice me. That would be something that goes down. And I'm sure those, like, Detroit clubs are probably a little bit more hip than these, like, West Coast clubs where I'm at. But just saying, there is food for thought. You send the same beat to a different rapper, and I just feel like they're going to ride these same beats very, very safe. And just, there's nothing safe about Zelooperz at all. Because on face value, there's a lot of people who just turn heads and they don't even give it the chance. But all I'm saying is that if you click on Valley of Life and you're disappointed or you're looking for a song like Spicy, I don't think a lot of people are going to give it the chance to get to track 7 to find Spicy. And I think even Zelooperz knows that to a certain degree. If I had to just throw a penny in a fountain and just take a guess, that would be what I would say. But again, man, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter because he's still just staying true to himself, man. And I cannot state that enough, because every time I find this guy's albums, every time I listen to this guy's music, I always want to highlight and just hang a fucking hat on the fact that there's nothing like this. And continuously, he's churning out tracks nonstop, and they're all fun and interesting and just scream Zelooperz, man. Just scream Zelooperz. As unique and one of a kind that is. Track number 8, this is One Hand, featuring YSR Grams. One Hand featuring YSR Grams. That's a rhyme. That's a bar.
Hey, I'm fucking with this beat, this on some Sosa shit. Catch my favorite op out in traffic standing over him. Why I saw grams, I remember they ain't noticed. Little bitch, I'm that nigga now. Little bitch, I'm that nigga now. 20 grand, I remember staying in my mama house. Now I'm trying to move my mama and my granny out they house. Boy, you ain't on shit with that Glock. How the fuck you have a gun and you got shot? How the fuck you supposed to be gangster talking to the cops? Thug life, middle finger up, screaming fuck my op. My little nigga only 16, bought a brand new yacht. He'll snatch a rollie off your wrist, you need a brand new watch. I need some brand new thoughts. 4-4 my pop. Nigga shout out my ox. Nigga free my pops. One gun clean, the other one dirty. I love my little nigga, he shoot like Stephen Curry.
One hand clean, one hand dirty. One my nigga be working, one my nigga he scurvy. One hand clean, one hand dirty. One my nigga he working, one my nigga he scurvy. One hand clean, one hand dirty. One my nigga he work, one my nigga he scurvy. One hand clean, one hand dirty. One hand clean, one hand dirty. One hand dirty D, one hand Listerine. Hustle it flow on my arteries. Pain real good but hard to read. If I fuck that hoe, can't see her charging me. Oh, you a bad bitch and not a hoe? Pardon me. Make it to the final scene. Keanu Reeves. I ain't from Beecher, but I brought sand to the beach. Bitch tryna hop on back on the way to the moon. Bitch, get off of me. All this smoke in here make it hard to see. I don't count no money, I just swipe and leave. I can ship and pay these bitches tall as me. For those who know me, that shit hard to see. Scraping up dimes for ramen noodles, that shit bothered me. Crunch time, Nestle, grind time, bitch. I can teach you magic tricks. Voila, piecing hoes and pieces straight together, that's a mind tie. It gets sticky in the abyss unless you like this mindset. Take a sip and hit the pip, it's gon' improve my posture. If I put it on the set, you gonna run into a mob. Knock a nigga, knock a knot, he spitting out green iguana. I'm just getting started, this the first pot to the saga. Like I like a sauna, she gon' sit me like some guava, yeah. Keep a Kiki Palmer, she keep dancing like it Ghana, yeah. Bands like it's tribal, see it on my face like Tyson, yeah. Tiptoe in my hoe, cause this ain't hiking gear. Big gon' hit and hit the hit, you might as well. You see me, I'm saved by the paint. Most my niggas be saved by the bills. You see me with a whole lot of rank. Most these niggas tell a whole lot of tales. If you don't want nobody to tell, better do it by yourself.
He don't shut you up with that one, bro. He done shut you up with that one. That's the soundtrack of all the haters getting drugged through the mud, bro. That's the soundtrack of all the haters getting left behind. Because that song was way too hard. YSR Grams, I don't know who you are. I'm going to look you up because that flow at the beginning was fire. But the way that Zelooperz, again, man, I just, you know, I'm sorry for repeating myself so much on this reaction. Because at the end of the day, when I hear something like that again, I'm going to say it just should be so much safer than it is every time. And I find myself as somebody who is, one, a fan, but two, just interested in the different types of rap and hip hop that aren't necessarily being catapulted to the forefront. Like, when I hear something like this that is so fucking one of a kind, it really does leave me speechless, and that's where I get on these like rambling tangents where I'm just saying the same shit. But at the end of the day, man, a song like that, a song like Spicy, a song like Foosball, a song like Low Tide, bro, Foosball to one hand has been one of the coolest runs of tracks this year. Like 4 tracks, 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8, man. That's a fun ass ride. And you know, this song has a little star next to it, so it seems to be one of the ones that people are really going back to, and I'm going to consider myself one of those as well. That's the best track on this album so far. Fuck, dog. That was the shit. That was the one. Track number 9, What to Do, featuring Kung Fu. Again with these rhymes, dude. Bars on bars, man. Zelooperz so good at rapping that even his song titles are bars, bro. It's that simple. So this is a type of beat, in my opinion, where a producer is probably attempted to send this to somebody and they were like, nah, man, how do I ride this thing? And then, or it's so Zelooperz that only Zelooperz could ride it like he does and produce a wonderful track around it that it had to have only been made for this man, this fucking stallion of a rapper right now, dude. Zelooperz. I don't know who else could even attempt this beat, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding?
If I had to tell you, I can't move. Beat got the banger like two left shoes. Fell in love with the game like Moulin Rouge. Tell me when I'm finna lose. Eyes getting flicking like it's here, alright. Don't disrespect it, that could be your mama. Don't disrespect it, that could be your wife. Baby, tell me what to do.
Bitches, I reckon I do. Afro swinging with a jack on my shoe. Clap you out like a speck in my foot. X came back.
Spoke too soon. Kung Fu can ride this beat as well.
I ain't recognize you. First go record was a brief haiku. Took your bitch, then I buckled my shoes. Like me, I don't choose. They see I'm always do. They so far, make it be all summer. I was on runner. They say I'm with it, you got number. When it go on, we don't come on. We don't come on. We say I'm gonna be all summer.
Baby, tell me what to do. If I had to tell you, I can't move. Beat got the banger like two left shoes. Fell in love with the game like Moulin Rouge. Tell me when I'm finna lose. Eyes getting flicking like it's here, alright. Don't disrespect it, that could be your mama. Don't disrespect it, that could be your wife. Baby, tell me what to do.
That was interesting. I mean, the beat was as abstract as it could get, and yet to concoct a song with a hook and structure around it is a talent that nobody, I don't think, will highlight. And I'm going to highlight it 17 times on this damn reaction and review. Zelooperz is a talent. Again, if this is not for you, it is okay. But you cannot deny that the fact that this exists and is formulated in such a confident project that is just released like kind of sporadically, it just shows that he knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to do. And Kung Fu, that was like Dej Loaf, but like really sedated, man. Really sedated, a little sleepy on that shit. But I like the whispering, and I like the way that kind of complemented the whole track. What to Do, that was fun. Track number 10, this is Woozy. Let's go.
Big got me big walls of Jericho. I can swim with these niggas cause they ain't strong. I know that my dough good, so I make them way long. Stay up better, wake up, cause we got the stretch like Waco. Snapping on the Fabo, I had the
This is one of my favorite beats I've heard in a long time. What the fuck?
them grandma cooking eggs and potatoes. I came up from a tan box, 20 piece on my own. I crossing like a hot sauce.
It's like a fucking harp or like an xylophone.
I don't fuck with your bros. I get the green like Shamrock. Stolly in the caps out. We crushing down all the rocks. She like, is it that strong? But do you want it or not? Bitch playing with my dough. Put a bite in a hopscotch. Threw the nigga shoes on the wild. They ain't my size. Bitch cheerleading for me. She throwing out pom-poms. Fuck you talking about? You run with the crime stop. What's up, dude? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? What's up? I made the moves on the dock. Then I made it to the WhatsApp. Shots paid to Germany, but they ain't got no cash out. Every day I bounce back like a check when I was fucked up. I get texting that pussy back for her mind state. I can get this sticky with no jail, that's a byway. Get the pussy frisky out the care, that's the kind way. Got some good labs at home, but nigga wild way. I can kick it on my own, I can kick it 5 ways. I ain't got a pop pill to annihilate. Boys in the day, cause I hit a pussy sideways. Everything profound, still my style, you know crime pays. All my life been round the palace, but I be acting like I ain't got it nowadays. Told her like when I lick a tit, you know I'm canoeing in. Got a bad bitch with a membership, you know she moving within. She said I got some nice hands, but I ain't about to hoop with them. I ain't gotta pop up 5 fans, I just pop some minerals. Bitch think I go send no $100 million my gym do. I'm a Sentai, stallion with a pen 5. Only got a black car on me, but I ain't no lamp boy. Every time I lift this backwood up, it's a push up. When a nigga roll by, baby girl, that's just us. Better lift your neck up, that's a chin up. Pull out my Westwood napkin and wipe her lip up. Paper the pew, smoking that dope, you can't diffuse it. You ain't hearing no regular music, these niggas consecutively losing. Eating so lucky time, take all the cereal out.
She getting all in your voice. Tell me what you crying about. Too much poison, my poison. Get it, come sip it out.
Because they feed me on my dying days, on ye eye trays. Nigga pull up fast, nigga pull up slow, nigga pull up 5-way. Fuck who took that crime pay, pull up pain that side day. Dog a bitch Anubis, ain't new this, I'm cool to this. Niggas used to use me. Now I work hard like back, let money abuse me. Smoke on dope, no doobies.
High sticks, big no loogie.
Bitch, that nigga can't move me. Uzi, you got me woozy.
Fuck. That is one of my favorite beats of the year, no doubt, no doubt. The way that it switched up, but then if you're gonna fucking say that anything bad about Zelooperz, there's one thing that you can't say, and it's you can't say you can't rap, man. Like you can't say anything like. What the fuck, dude? That was just like Sonic running through rings, and he's just spouting it out. Again, all his shit just flows out of him. It just sounds like that one episode of SpongeBob where he's just writing, but then I guess he only says the word the. But he's saying a lot more than the. He's saying a fuck ton more than the. That's for damn sure, bro. God damn. Woozy's one of my favorite tracks on this damn project. This project's fun. This project's original. This project has layers. It builds up and ramps up and kind of is crescendoing at this point as we get to these latter tracks. It's interesting, bro. One of a kind, brother. Don't sleep on Zelooperz. Track number 10, 11, Regenerated. Let's go.
Dragonflies out to catch me. Tell me where you been in that jet speed. I can't comprehend, you should tell me. Why they play pretend I should sell esteem. You don't use your pen, that's a pet peeve. Cause what's up in my pen making men bleed. Ink up in my pen making sin bleed. Wash my head and ink too many niggas think that buff I did the chrome lens. Too many did they chrome, I think they 10, man. When you stick to the plan, that's a win-win. I can't even lose, cause I'm with the man. What's up, you ain't here, you need some Sudafed. She said she read the 4, her nigga read the 5. They tryna make a 9, another ATM, one day at a time. And think about the future, just tryna just like Future, and fuck hoes and get high. But if you only knew the way that they grew, you wouldn't wonder why. The way I play the play, you know I'm missing me something. Just trying to get a like from a mystery woman. The way you speak out of turn is triggering something. I'ma have to cancel views and delivery for you. Cause we both know you ain't meant to be something. And get the speaker low while I'm hearing the rumble. And get the speaker low while I ain't hearing me nothing. And you and me both know that you hear the voices in your head, but you annoying. Yeah, it's hard to catch me like a dog catch a bone. Baby, tell me where you been at, cause I know you ain't been home. You can't comprehend, cause you ain't even hit my phone. All she want is money, and for me to make a moan. Acting funny, round her company, getting freaky with me alone. When I ain't up in my bed, I'm out the state, I'm out the country, in my zone. I feel regenerated when I'm looking at the sun. Looking at the sun, regenerated when I'm looking at the sun. When I'm looking at the sun, regenerated when I'm looking at the sun. I said I feel regenerated looking at the sun.
Look outside my window, all I see is a big wow. Like, boy, you better walk before you crawl.
I can't wipe that bitch, she infatuated with dog. Like it's me against the world after all.
Like, who just switches up the beat 10 seconds at the end of the song and just completely hits you with, like, wanting more, man? God damn it. God damn it. This guy can switch into any flow, I feel like, at any point and change his vocal range to 3 different octaves and not even bat an eye. And I've seen this guy perform a couple times, and it's that alone is worth the price of admission. Even if there's like a bunch of other people performing, Zelooperz alone is worth your price of admission, no fucking doubt. But when you watch him perform, he hits those octaves as well, and like his eyes almost like roll back into his head as he's like projecting his voice. It's really a really cool performance to watch. I don't highlight that enough in these reactions or reviews on Zelooperz albums, but his live performances are worth every price of whatever ticket, man. No fucking doubt. Regenerated was a fun track. I liked how it ended up. Next up is track number 12. We got Just Me. Let's go. The penultimate track.
Just me, just me. If I go to sleep, bro, tonight my dreams will haunt me. Nigga try rhyme a lane, but you don't hear me honking. Spitting fire flame on stage and passing it to honkies. When I wasn't getting to it, they would treat me funny. Now they tryna jump inside my skin, it ain't no onesie. Time and time again, I told you God do not like ugly. In this life of sin, can't no bust a nigga judge me. Relentless with the hustle, where you get that from your mind. Me, I'm my own label, sign me. Big girl, you gon' have to meet me at the matinee. We ain't sitting on Tangeray, make a bitch like Ray in Tangeray. Baby girl, this a tough I do rag, I don't even see no cake. Baby girl, these big ass niggas in my blood, I don't even see no shake. I can't even rap on the beat, I'ma let it gon' cry out to me. I don't understand when you ain't got no bands or plans, you wanna file out to me. Better do something worth with your time, you know that talk is cheap. I don't give a fuck what these niggas doing, they ain't gon' alter me. Niggas switching out they battery. My mama want me coming home, talking about she cook a pot roast. Had them dime getting about boasting. Had that 999 to get about them Martha Rose. You don't know how sad it is, my own bitch won't clap for me. Feel like I couch on my feet. Baby girl, what do you have for me? Tit for tat, accurately I do more for you and that's sad for me. Baby girl, think I'm Danny Brown Telsa, you can't refill my battery. Cassie me goes hangover, I'ma make a little bitch remember me. Biggie cocked with me, then I cock my hat and dip like Memphis Bleak. I be in the valleys, up in the hills, I'm about to take my breath from me. Where you killing these hoes, I swear to God, it's getting treacherous, Z. Talking to God like goddamn, I got more lessons for Z. But if I don't pass him on, he gon' look down like you ain't really rolling with me. Went up, top on niggas, they tryna get closer to me. But I already told them that you next to me, you ain't low to me.
Fuck. I'm sorry, but Just Me might be one of the best tracks Zelooperz has ever made. That was inspirational. That was retrospective. That was talking about real shit. Talking about his upbringing. Talking about now. That was a masterpiece of a track, I'm not going to lie. That was really, really, really impressive. And this album's impressive, but that hit the notes that I needed to feel right now. So thank you Zelooperz. But fuck, Just Me is up there, bro. Across even like his best projects, I feel like Just Me stands up against the best tracks on his best projects, no doubt. And that was just my first listen. But that's fucking in rotation for fucking sure, no doubt. That's a standout track. Fuck, penultimate track. This is unfortunately the final track in this wonderful ride. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching live. Track number 13, we got Snowing featuring Knack.
When niggas mess up around the crib, I worry about no Kobe. I worry about the whole clip. You worry about some whole shit. Always in my business, stick your nose in. I was jumping in that water, I couldn't just stick my toes in. Just go with the motion, I gotta keep composure. You know my cup running over. And you just started to know this. I let the crystal start snowing. Don't ask me where I'm going. I let the kids start snowing. Don't ask me where I'm going, cause you just started noticing. I let the kids start snowing. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I'm going.
Don't ask me where I'm going. I'm trying to bring the dough in. You say that you love me, baby, what's your motive? Not losing control again. All on my own, rolling pole and sipping potion. Not too far from home, still don't feel like where home is. You show me your favorite and I'll show you who my clone is. I don't need no press kit, I'll get clips for the leverage. So glow, twin necklace, drive my car reckless. In the middle of fucking panoramic, I'ma see my people through the pandemic. See my people, they like, why you down? Trip, cause to us you the man, nigga. So tired of death, I'm depressed, so stressed, I just blew a whole 100 bands, nigga. But that's not the way to get my niggas richer. I had to zoom out to see the bigger picture. I'm killing my ego, he digging me ditches, I'm burning these bridges, I'm chasing this chicken. I don't got time for none of these bitches.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's an intro track. That's how you close out a fucking album between Just Me and Snowing featuring Knack. God damn, bro. I mean, the album starts off and it is like very abstract and rough around the edges in some cases. And I think as the tracks build and as the album builds up, it honestly hits this very, very pure fucking state. But throughout the whole thing, man, you will not find a lack of the Zelooper-isms, if you will. Like, you are going to find this guy playing at his best, performing at his best, trying different things, building out his sound, continuing the creative fucking like wave that he's just been on from, I don't know if I can get these on screen, like actively. Let me see what I can do. I'm just saying, like, if you go and look at this guy's past projects, this project still, I would argue, stands up to just about damn near every single one of them. From Help, Bothic, Piece of the Ghetto, you go to Gremlin, Dynamite, Wildcard, Mazel Offline. I recommend every single one of these albums. And I think Valley of Life is a different side to Zelooperz. In a lot of ways, it's kind of tapping into like this place and sense of home, as well as this kind of, I don't know if sentimental's the word, but there is a lot in there. And you won't find it in the first couple tracks, but as this project builds and finds its own footing and continues to run down this fucking field, you really just kind of see this guy spread his wings and just fucking go, man. And he's been doing that for the past year with how many fucking albums in the past year alone from 2019 on? 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5? Like, the work ethic is there and the content is there, but the creativity is flowing, and each project tells a different story, tells a different facet, shows a different side, but it never strays to not sound like a Zelooperz project ever, man. You're not gonna find this guy not making the music that he wants, and that is something that most artists can't do. They really can't, whether it's a label telling them they can't or just their own fucking voice in their head saying that they can't. Some people just feel like they have to do what everybody else is doing when they see someone else make it work. But what Zelooperz is doing, he's building a fucking brand. He's building a catalog. He's building something that he can look back on and be like, that is me, and this is my tale, you know? And there's all these different chapters to the story of Zelooperz, and this is just another one of them. But it really shows growth. It really shows development. It really shows that this guy is the real fucking deal. And whether, again, it is for you or it is not, I think we can all kind of appreciate the artistry there and appreciate the music making there and appreciate this guy just, again, doing whatever the fuck he wants, man. And every single time I'm here to listen to it with you guys. I'm here to enjoy it. And you know what, man, I'm a fan of this guy for life. So I feel like every time he releases an album, I'm gonna be doing this live or not. Thank you so much if you did tune in live. I really do appreciate you guys. If you're checking this out on the VOD, thank you for staying this long. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, go ahead and do so. If you dislike it, you could do that too. Let me know in the comment section below. What did you think of the Valley of Life as an album? I really hope today is the day that I earned your subscription. You can follow me on Twitter if you want at Yogurt, YOGRTT. Instagram as well. Now INROTATION on those 2 platforms as well. Take care of yourselves. And that is all, you beautiful fucking folks. And that's all, folks.